Every time I walk onto the property, I never know what time period I will encounter. The house has obviously been here since the 1600s, so every now and then the homestead features a different part of its history. Today, we are transported back to the 1920s. Let's walk around and see what's going on. Please remember to subscribe to our channel and click the like button. It is a free and easy way for you to support the homestead and for you to be notified of all new videos. And please consider joining our community at patreon.com/RNH. As a member, you receive free merchandise and access to exclusive content and events. Let's head on in. So talk to us about Gala Days.
So the event that we're recreating today actually first happened in 1912 when a lot of the people who were saving up money to restore the house in 1909, it took them a few years to get the restoration work done, and when they finally finished it, they wanted to have a garden party. And so they advertised in their member periodical saying, we're going to have this great Gala Day garden party and bazaar, bring some picnic foods, we'll have a luncheon, and we'll all spend time and enjoy the property that we just restored. And we were reading about this in 2012 and thought, wouldn't it be great to start recreating this? And we found that they'd been doing this event right up through the 1920s. And so we've been doing this event now, this is our 10th year. And we finally worked our way into the 20s. We were doing the 1910s for a while and figured it'd be a good time to introduce the 20s with the 2020s.
Yeah, thank you. So, I'm just interested in like why you guys are out here today. What brought you here? Anyone?
We were reenactors in different time periods of history, but I think you just love to dress
Any
up.
reason to dress up and have a party.
Absolutely.
So what other type of reenacting do you do?
We've done everything from 17th century up through Rev War.
Okay.
But we just thought this would be a great excuse to make some good food, which we did, and bring it and sit out at a great house and just look good.
Look good. All right. And how did you come about with your outfits?
Well, that's really funny because neither one of us spent a dime, basically. I had this dress in the 1990s. It was done by this woman named Kevin Simon, and it was just the style she did. And I was an antique dealer, so it was just something I liked. I bought it, I think, in 1994, and the hat, and I used to do antique shows in it, so I had it. These were my own shoes that I had probably 20 years ago. And Adam had the shirt. I cut off a pair of his pants and made him into +4s.
We're bringing short pants
He
back.
had the hat.
No, I'm sorry. You made him into what?
+4s.
+4s.
You drop 4 inches below the knee.
Okay.
And then you blouse them up.
Okay.
They're like sporting
So
wear.
I just did that with some elastic the other day. The only thing he didn't have were the socks. So I went on Amazon and for $12 found 2 pairs of socks, women's socks, knee socks, and they were the perfect color. Shirt he already had. So actually we had all this stuff. Oh, that was a travel case, and this is my purse that I got as a set in the 80s. Still have it, still use it, and we went online and we found 1920s travel stickers, just pictures online, printed them out, cut them out, and stuck them on there.
So, the moral of the story here is you don't have to spend a heck of a lot of money to do something like that.
That's right. My fan found a picture online, printed it out, cut it out, glued it on cardboard. Instant fan.
Instant fan.
Yes, 20s fan.
Thank you. sit right there. So, I'm just wondering, like, what brought you here, and
I saw it online, and I love an excuse to dress up, so.
cool. And you,
Yeah, she sent it to me yesterday and was like, we're going. And I said, okay, we'll figure it out.
so do you live in the area?
Swampscott.
Okay.
we're close.
So, first time here?
Yeah.
Okay. And interest in this time period, or?
Moderately. I think it's fun. It's interesting.
Well, because you look, but don't ask me because I don't know, but you've got some clothes that look.
Yeah.
We both threw this together, honestly, this morning. We were trying to figure out, we weren't sure if folks were going to be dressed up or not. We didn't want to be the only folks not dressed up, but I think it was just fun to try and put it together.
Okay. All right. Very good. What do you guys do for like a living?
I work in IT.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
And I work in community development.
Okay. Perfect. All right. Thanks.
My name is Peter Kesting. I live here in Danvers for about 32 years, and I own this Model A truck.
So it's a Model A truck. Okay.
Yeah, it's a 1931, and it's mostly original.
So you work on it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I had to rebuild the engine, a new head gasket, and I had to put a new clutch in it, and new tires and tubes. Quite a few parts that wear out.
So, can you readily get parts for these, or is it like you have to go to like junkyards and?
No,
find-
junkyards are long gone.
Yeah.
You can't even find a 62 car in a junkyard in Massachusetts, Eastern Mass today.
Yeah.
But there's companies out west. One, Snyder's Car Parts in Ohio. They do sell some quality reproduction parts, but they don't reproduce everything.
Yeah.
Because of its complexity and cost, and how many people really need the thing.
Right. So demand. Right. So if there's not a demand for a particular part.
Yeah, you'd have to find an original, and I've had to do that. And
well, what else can you show me? Can you show me like some details,
show
or
you
maybe
the engine?
Yeah.
now I had it all apart and rebuilt some of it. I actually had to change the engine block because it was cracked when I bought the truck. This truck sat in a warehouse up on blocks for 44 years.
Wow.
It was in the back of a plumbing warehouse. I can't take this on the highway really without, well, I could, but
What's the top speed?
I don't know because
Okay.
I've never
Yeah.
floored it to the point where I'm going so fast
Yeah.
and looked at the speedometer, because this engine is original to
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
And it's only a 3-main bearing engine, and if you over rev it, you could break the center main bearing, break the crankshaft.
Yeah.
This is made for back roads. It's happy at 35 to 40 miles an hour. Now I can't go up 114 40 miles an hour.
Yeah. And I see you hauling some stuff in the back too.
Oh yeah.
What,
Yeah,
slot,
well,
slot machines are they?
half-ton pickup. Yeah, these are original. These are commercial grade original slot machines from the 1930s. Had some nickels in the truck.
Yeah, it's still working.
Oh, there's a payout. 2 cherries and anything will pay 15 cents.
So you made 10 cents. So as you're doing this, so what brought you up here today? I heard that you just kind of heard what was going on, decided to drop by.
I happened to be on the phone to Bill Hettinger, who's a member of the Danvers alarm list, and he said that they're having a 20s day up at Rebecca Nurse. I'm only a couple of blocks from here, on Cherry Street, and I said, well, I wasn't aware of this. Then again, I'm not aware of much because I don't even own a cell phone.
Yeah.
You know, I have a computer, but I'm not on Facebook. I use it as a tool
Yep.
to sell stuff, find stuff, parts I need. But Bill told me, he says, get your truck and go up there. I said, well, I haven't contacted them. He says, just go up there. So like we did. And I've been able to relay some good information about Henry Ford and even the old slot machines, where they came from and who made them. And see, way back around the turn of the century, when slot machines were fairly a new idea, they had attachments that vended stick gum or ball gum or whatever. Even told your fortune. Some paid later on the next pull. Sometimes the law said any machine with 3 spinning reels is illegal, so they used 2 reels. But vending something on every pull, it's no longer just a slot machine. Now it's a gum machine.
Gotcha.
And you get something for every coin you put in.
Gotcha. Yeah.
It locks itself up so you can't keep opening the little drawer and taking all the gum out.
Yeah.
But the mints and the gum usually tasted like cement to keep people from taking them out, because they're small machines. You couldn't put a week's worth of gum in the thing. You could empty it out in a day, you know. So it was just a ploy to get around the gambling law. Finally, in '51, the federal government passed the Johnson Act, which killed slots in the country. It made slot machines illegal in every single state except Nevada. But I was slightly instrumental in changing the gaming law back around 1979 to allow the private ownership of slot machines in Massachusetts. The law was actually copied from a California amendment in the gaming law, and we used their wording and went to the governor's office and had him sign off on it.
Oh, nice.
And it became law that any so-called slot machine, payout machine, is legal if it's 30 years old or older. Some states had different wordings where they had a date, any machine made before 1941, let's say. But they're not taken into account what's going to happen in 30 or 40 years with that law. 1941 is going to be like 1914, you see. So the law was progressive enough in Massachusetts, anything over 30 years. Well, 100 years from now, it's going to be the same 30-year clause. I can't see these electric ones ever being worth anything.
Well, thanks for talking to me.
Sure.
Thanks for coming up. Nice. I'm just interested in like what brings you guys here. And
I've been a volunteer at the nurse house for a long time.
And I'm always down for an excuse to learn more about the nurse house.
okay. And so are you interested in this time period?
The 20s?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah? Do you do other types of 20
Definitely.
stuff?
I personally have a goal of mashing up Disney characters with different time periods and fandoms. So this is my Elsa-inspired 1920s. I'm also doing a Belle Outlander-inspired, so it would be a 1800s, 1700s inspired. We've done Bridgerton-based ones, so we just like doing fun mashups.
Okay, so since you brought it up, is there stuff you could tell me about the clothes?
Sure. I made this at 2 a.m. last night. I can tell you that.
Did you?
We did. And we went into the fabric store and just found things that spoke to us and then put them together yesterday.
So would you say it's a 20th look, or is it actual 20-ish style?
It is 20 inspired.
Inspired.
So I tried to make a drop waist, which was very popular at the time, a belt of some kind, and then this is sort of a handkerchief skirt, which would be really popular then. It was actually made out of necessity because I didn't have enough of this fabric, so then I ended up with this.
So you had to weave in some of the stuff because you didn't have enough of
But it
fabric.
ended up being a even more 20s look than I was going for.
Okay, and the same. So there's more of a 20s look.
Yeah.
Some of it which just finished this morning.
Yes.
Came together. All right, I like it.
I like working with a deadline.
Well, that's what the nurse homestead might have looked like back in the 1920s during Gala Days. I hope you've enjoyed our visit. Please subscribe to our channel and join our community at patreon.com/RNH. We would love to see you as a member. See you next time.